Hi, welcome to class. Can you hear and see me okay?
Hi, Michelle.
Hi. How do you say your Fabito?
Fabian. Sí, yes, Fabian.
Fabian. Okay. How are you doing, Fabian? Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Cool. So welcome to class. My name is Michelle, and I'll be your teacher for today. This class is about life events and stories. So we're going to focus on verbs in the past simple to talk about life events like graduations, births, things like that. And we're also going to learn vocabulary related to family. So how to talk about grandparents, great-grandparents, cousins, things like that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So first we're going to look at some verbs and some conjugating verbs in the past simple. And then we'll be talking about some vocabulary that's helpful. We're going to read about the lives of some famous people, and we'll make some timelines to talk about our own lives. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to go over.
Just a question. This is a class for beginners, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, so
Okay,
we've got verbs in the past simple. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, it's
Do
good.
I speak too quickly for you?
Just a little. If you can speak, because I'm returning because I was studying 2 years ago and I returned again because I was working. I stopped speaking and practicing.
Okay, no worries.
And I
I'll
need
try to
to.
speak slower.
Okay, and my girlfriend, she's in Colombia. I am in this moment in El Salvador. Um, and she's going to join us to the class. I think she said
Okay.
that, and she's in lower level than me.
Okay.
She
Yes, no
she's
worries.
okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll be good. So the first thing we're going to look at are verbs.
Okay.
So verbs in the past tense. So could you read the examples?
Yes. Read.
Yes, please.
Okay. Ella was born on Saturday. My great grandmother died in 1995.
Okay.
Okay. I graduated from university last year.
Okay.
Sergio and Romina got married in 2001, 2009. She started
2009. Good.
she started her
2009.
first job last month. He quit his job in 2013.
Good. He quit his job in 2013.
They had a baby in June of last year.
Perfect. Good. Okay. Any questions? Any words or vocabulary that's new that you don't know?
No.
No? Okay, good. So you know that these are all conjugated in the past simple in blue, right? So was born, died, graduated, right? So the regular verbs in the past simple, right, tend to end in ed, right? Died, graduated, got married, started, and then the irregular ones are different, like was, quit, had, and got, right? Are you familiar? Oh, hi
Yes.
Natalie, welcome to class. Can you hear and see me okay? Natalie?
Hello.
Hi, welcome. How are you doing?
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you. So welcome to class. This is about life events and stories. So verbs in the past simple and vocabulary related to family.
Okay.
Okay. So we just went over some. Sorry.
Sorry, I don't understand the last part.
Mhm. So what we just did is we went over verbs here. So verbs in the past simple.
Okay.
So in blue, right? So Ella was born. My great-grandmother died. I graduated. Sergio and Romina got married. She started. He quit. They had. So Natalie, do you have any questions? Are there any words that are new in any of these sentences?
No.
No? Okay, good. Okay, so now we're going to practice. So we're going to practice conjugating verbs in the past simple. So, Fabian, could you do number 1?
Yes. Right?
No, you can just say it. I'll write it.
Okay. Jerry was born on January.
Okay. Jerry was born on January 5th, 2004.
Uh-huh.
Good. Okay, what about the next one, Natalie?
Mary and Jean got married last year.
Good, perfect. Got married. The next one, Fabian?
Stephen graduated from college last year.
Good. Stephen graduated from college last year. The next one, Natalie?
My great-grandfather died. Oh, I'm terrible with numbers.
So the way we do years is we say this number first and then this number. So what's this number? What's the first two? 9. 1940.
49.
Good. 1949. Perfect. Good. So my great-grandfather died in 1949. Good. Okay, Fabian, the next one.
Ellen started working at Google this year.
Okay, started working at Google this year. Perfect. And Natalie?
He quit his job and got a new one.
Quit. Oh yeah, last month he quit his job and got a new one.
Okay.
It's
Okay, good.
irregular. It's irregular. Quit.
It's an irregular verb. Yeah, it's not regular. So it's a little tricky. So the verb is to quit. And the past simple is also quit. Right? He quits his job, she quit. Exactly. Any questions so far, you guys? Fabian, any questions?
No questions.
No? What about you, Natalie? Questions, doubts, anything?
No.
No? Okay, good. Okay, so then I'm going to ask you guys some questions. So, Fabian first. So, when were you born?
I born in.
Born?
Sorry, I was born.
Okay. Okay.
I was born in 1987,
Good. What month? What month were you born in?
and on October. And
Good. October 1987. Cool.
October 20th.
Sorry?
October 20th.
Oh, okay. October 20th. Cool. So October 20th, 1987. Good. What about you, Natalie? When were you born?
I was born in Cucuta in October 13.
October 13th?
Okay.
October.
Thank you. 1989.
1989. Awesome. Good job, you guys. Good job using the past simple for was. Good. And then, Fabian, when did you start your first job?
My first job in 2004.
So 2004.
2004.
Okay. So what's the full sentence? So I
started.
Good. I'm trying to get you to use the verbs, right? Yeah. So I started my first job in 2004. Good. What about you, Natalie? When did you start your first job?
I started my first job the last year.
Cool. I started my first job last year. Good. Okay. Fabian, do you know anyone that got married recently?
Recently, recently, the last couple of people that I meet is my sister's my sister
Hmm.
my sister 2 years ago they got married.
They got married. They got married 2 years ago. Good, awesome.
Yes.
What about you, Natalie? Do you know anyone that got married recently?
Surprise. The same couple.
Yeah. Okay.
They're dating.
Good. Okay. So what's the sentence then? So they got married.
Sorry?
So what's the sentence? I want you to respond to
Okay.
use the verb.
Okay.
Even if it's the same, it's okay.
The sentence I know. No, I don't understand. Sorry.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
have to.
Yes, so it would be, so yes, so for example, I don't know, if their names are Jim and Mary, say yes, I know Jim and Mary got married 2 years ago.
I know. Well,
Don't worry, no, try to say the sentences complete, answer the questions.
Yeah, just the
Luce-
complete sentence.
Lucero and Pedro got married.
okay.
¿Cómo?
Lucero and Pedro got married two
Yes.
years ago in Bogota.
Ah,
Okay.
perfect. Awesome. Good. That's all I was trying to get you to do. Perfect. Good. And then what about graduation? So Fabian, do you know anyone that graduated recently from university?
Yes,
Me?
yes, but in this moment in my university, a lot of friends that the last year finished, they got graduation on November, the last year.
Okay. So what's the verb? Last year they.
They they graduated from university
Good.
the last year.
Good.
They graduated.
Perfect. Good. They
Yes.
graduated from university last year. Perfect. And what about you, Natalie?
Yes. My friends in the university graduated last year,
Hmm.
and me too.
And you too. Oh, congratulations. Good.
Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. So now we're going to look over some vocabulary for family members. Okay? So, Fabian, could you read some of these? Could you read up to here?
Yes. Um, always I confuse it with uncles and cousins.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about them.
Yes,
Good.
today is the day. Family members and vocab. Grandfather, grandmother, grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, me, husband, and wife.
Good, right? So if this is who we're talking about, right? So you'll have a father, a mother, and then both of them will have a grandfather and a grandmother. Exactly. So the way that we talk about these grandparents is we say my mother's side. So for example, mother's side. So if I say my grandfather on my mother's side, it means this one. But if I say my grandmother on my father's side, it means this grandmother. Okay? So that's how we determine the difference between your parents' parents, right? Grandfather, grandmother.
But I don't understand what means my mother's side.
So
Is
it
from
means,
is the mom of my mother? Yes.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So the parents of your father or the parents of your mother, right?
Mother.
Because otherwise, if you say my grandfather, it could be one of two things, right? It could be the father of your mother or the father of your father. Okay? So in order to know which one, you can say my mother's side, my father's side. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
is it the same to say mother? It's strange, but it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, so that's technically what it is, right? So,
Okay.
but colloquially, it's like if you hear English speakers, they'll say like the grandfather on my mother's side, on my father's side.
Okay.
Just so you know, if you hear it. Okay. So Natalie, any questions? Does that make sense?
No, but if I want to say the father of my mom, I have to say the grandfather of my mother's side.
You don't have to, but it's another way to say it. So the same thing. So father's mother equals grandfather or grandmother on my father's side. So they mean the same thing. So saying father's mother is the same thing as saying grandmother on my father's side. Does that make sense, Natalie?
Sorry.
No. Can you see the chat window?
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're the same thing. Father's mother or grandmother on my father's side.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Thank
you. Okay. So then, Natalie, could you read the other words? So we've got these ones.
Okay. Who reads?
Natalie, please.
Okay. Daughter-in-law. I can read this. I don't see. Okay.
Daughter-in-law.
Daughter, grandchild, grandson of granddaughter.
Good, right? So if this is who we're talking about, then whoever they are married to is either their wife, if it's female, or husband, if it's male. And then if they have a son and a daughter, and the son gets married, that becomes the daughter-in-law. So later we're going to talk about what in-laws mean. In here, in-laws. So in-laws mean family by marriage. So your husband or wife's parents are your mother-in-law and your father-in-law. And the brothers and sisters of your wife or husband are your sisters-in-law or your brothers-in-law. So does that make sense? So in-law means not by blood, but by marriage. Family that you have by marriage. So, for example, what would be my husband's father? What would I call my husband's father?
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law. Wait, father-in-law. Exactly what I call him. I'm writing what I call my husband's father is my father-in-law. Exactly. Perfect.
It's mean that if, for example, my father has another son when he was younger, he's my brother, but not is my brother-in-law.
No, not your brother-in-law. So that would be your stepbrother, right? Well, it depends. So do you have the same mother, or do you have different mothers?
Different mother.
Different. Then that's stepbrothers.
Okay.
Stepbrother. And so step is used if it's separated by like 1 degree. So for example, so my dad, so my mom died. My mom died in 1995, but my dad got married again. So she is my stepmother. So, yeah, so I have a stepmother. So step is like family, but 1 degree further, right? So if I have a sister, so if my dad and my stepmother have a kid, that would be my stepsister or my stepbrother. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So any questions on in-laws? What in-laws mean?
No.
No? What about you, Natalie? All good?
And what about, for example, the brother the brother of my girlfriend? In Colombia, in Spanish, sometimes you say es mi hermano político or
Yeah. So,
my
well,
brother-in-law.
mm-hmm.
But
Right. So in English, we
is
just only if
correct?
it's marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But saying that like your political family in Spanish means your in-laws.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But in English, it's only if you're married. So, like my boyfriend's family, I just call my boyfriend's family, like my boyfriend's
Okay.
dad. I don't have a term. Yeah. Good. Okay. So how are we doing so far? Any questions? Doubts? No?
No.
Good. Okay. So here's some more vocab. So here are ways to talk about your siblings' families, right? So, mhm. So if this is you, right, and your parents have sisters and brothers, right? So, Fabian, could you read these ones?
Okay. Uncle, father's brother. Aunt, father's sister. Father and mother. And cousin, aunt's child. Me.
Good. Okay. So, aunts and uncles, right, are going to be the brothers or sisters of your parents, right? So, for example, my dad has one sister, and she's my aunt. And if they have any children at all, those are going to be my cousins, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Always
So,
I have had problems with
uh-huh.
cousin, uncle,
Yeah, so it's a little
and
confusing.
aunt. Yes.
Sorry?
Yes, it's good.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so we're going to do some readings to talk about different words. So I'm going to pull this up. So Natalie, could you read the first paragraph? This one?
Yes, I try. My family is very big. I have 4 brothers and sisters, and also a lot of extended family. Mm, waiting.
Sorry, the whole paragraph.
I am the youngest. Okay, I am the youngest in my family. My oldest brother is 3 years. You can see.
You can't see it? Is it too small or?
Yes. Okay. No. Okay. I am the youngest in my family. My oldest brother is 3 years older than me. And my older brother is. I can see the picture. I don't know.
Oh,
You
if
can
you click,
I
yeah.
only see Fabian.
touch the window to say Michelle.
So down on the bottom, it'll say like Fabian, Natalie. Just
Michelle.
click on mine, and it'll make it bigger.
Okay.
Does that work? Here, let's try.
Okay.
Okay. Does that work?
Okay. My oldest brother is 3 years older than me, and my older brother is only 1 year older than me. My 2 sisters are twins, and we're both born in 1984.
Perfect.
Sally and Megan, my sisters, are both 30 years old now.
Good. Okay, awesome. Good job. Okay, so I've got the terms that we just learned in blue, right? Brothers and sisters, and then some new vocabulary in orange. So, Fabian, do you know what extended family means?
Yes, like a big family. Yes.
Yeah, so there's going to be there's two phrases. So you can say nuclear family or household, or you can say extended family. So the nuclear family or household is the small family, right? So like who lives at home? So my nuclear family is my sister, my dad, and that's it. But my extended family is my aunts, my uncle, my cousins, right? My grandpa, everyone. Right?
Okay.
So when I say extended family, it means all of my relatives. So for example, I usually just live with my nuclear family, but for the holidays, all of my extended family comes over. Right? Okay, all of that. Perfect. And then what about the other word in orange? Natalie, do you know what twins are?
Yes. Gemelos, ¿no?
Exactly. But how would you explain it?
I don't know. Two brothers who are seems quante? No?
Yeah, so born at the same time, right? Two siblings that are born at the same time. So there's two kinds of twins. So there's fraternal twins and identical twins. Right? So identical twins are identical and look the exact same. Whereas fraternal twins can look different or can be one girl and one boy. Right? So fraternal twins, identical twins. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes, good.
Yep. Okay, good. Okay. So then, Fabian, could you read the next paragraph?
Okay. Sally. Sally is married to Steve, my brother-in-law. They have two kids, Jim and Lily. I love my niece and nephew. Lily is only 2 and Jim is 4. My other sister Megan is married but doesn't have children.
Good. Perfect. Okay. So we've got brother-in-law, right, which we saw before. Since it's her sister's husband, right, is her brother-in-law. And then we've got these two words here. Do you know what niece and nephew mean?
Yes, one is a brother of my uncle.
So the brother of uncle.
The son. Sorry.
So, okay. So son of your uncle is your cousin.
Oh, yes. All right. Okay.
So then niece and nephew. So I'm talking about my sister and my brother-in-law. Their kids. Right? So the children of my sister or my brother.
Sobrinos. Yes, but one is for female, another for male.
Yeah. So niece is for female, and nephew is for male.
Okay.
Exactly. Does that make sense? So if my sister just had a baby and it's a girl, then it's my niece.
My sister actually is pregnant, and I'm waiting if it's my niece or my nephew.
Awesome. That's exciting.
We are waiting.
Good. And then so the other way around, right? So then what are you to your, so let's say your sister's child is a boy. If it's your nephew, then what are you? So he's your nephew and you're his.
What? Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah. So let's say your sister's baby is a boy. Right? So boy. So he is your nephew, right?
Yes.
And then what are you to him? What would he call you?
You are writing? Sorry, I can see.
Yes. In the.
Can you see the chat on the right?
When I try to read,
it should say group chat on the right.
¿No tienes el chat a la derecha?
Sí, pero no puedo leer nada. No sé. Debe ser la tablet.
Oh, are you using a tablet?
Yes.
It might be a little trickier with a tablet. Okay. So then here, I'll write it up here. So I'm just trying to get you to say, so if he is your nephew, you
Yes.
are his uncle, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So for example, my aunt, right, my dad's sister, I am her niece.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Is that
Okay,
clear?
yes, yes, it's good.
Good. Okay. Okay, so then Natalie, could you read the last paragraph here?
Okay. My mother's brother, or my uncle, has 8 kids. I love spending time with my cousin because they are all about the same age as me. My dad comes from a smaller family. He was an only child. My grandmother and grandfather only wanted one child, but now they have 4 grandchildren.
Good, okay. So again, we've got the words that we went over in blue, right? Uncle, cousins, dad, grandmother, grandfather, grandchildren. And then, do you know what it means to be an only child, Natalie?
Yes,
How would
only
you explain?
only one child. No?
Exactly, right? The only one, right? So no brothers and no sisters. Good. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so anywhere in this text, are there any other words that are new or unfamiliar? Any
No.
other questions? No? No? What about you? Okay, good. Perfect. Okay. So then the next thing we're going to do is look at some timelines. So we're going to combine the words we used in the past, right? So graduated, born, got married, moved, things like that, and look at some timeline. So, Fabian, could you read this timeline?
Okay. I can say in 1972,
Exactly.
but just say the word born or a
Exactly. So you
second.
could say like 1972, born.
Okay. In 1978, moved to Welches.
Okay.
In 1989, graduated St. H's.
Yeah. So HS is high school.
Okay, high school. In 1999, Park Rose. In 2003, married, and 2009, first child.
First child. Good. Okay. So this is an example of a timeline, right? So the way that we can talk about people's lives, when they were born, special events, right? So what we're going to do now is do some timelines for us. So here we go. We can just do one together, but I'm going to pull up a screen. So we're going to have born and now. So far, so we understand how timelines work, right? You put the year and the event using the past simple, right? So like moved to so-and-so, like born, right? Graduated. We're using these verbs that we saw earlier in the past simple.
Okay.
So for example, so this is what we've got. Okay, so let's add so we can talk about a fake person or a real person. So Natalie, when was this person born? We'll call this person Joe. Joe. So when was Joe born? What year?
In 1985.
1985. Cool. Okay. So then Fabian, what was his next life achievement? What does he do next?
He moved to San Francisco.
Moved to San Francisco. Good. What year? When did he do that?
In 1998.
1998. Good. Perfect. Okay. And then Natalie, what did he do next?
graduated for university.
Okay.
Mm,
Graduated
I don't know.
university. What year did he do that?
Anything. 2009.
Good. 2009. Perfect. Good. And then what did he do next? Did he get married? Did he have a kid? Did he move again?
He traveled around the world.
Good. Travel around the world. When did he do that?
In 2011.
2007. Good.
Wow.
And then wow, we're getting close to right now. What did he do next? Natalie? Any ideas?
Got married.
Good. Got married.
At least.
when did he get married?
2014.
2014. Awesome. So last year. And then we're pretty much up to now. Good. Anything else? You can do one last life event. Fabian, can you think of something else?
He bought a beautiful car.
Beautiful car. And when was that? 2014? 2015?
2015, the beginning the year, this year.
Okay, so I'll put January. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Joe has a pretty nice life. He was born in 1985, moved to San Francisco in 1998, graduated university in 2009, traveled around the whole world.
He's a genius.
He's a genius.
14 years, graduated university.
And then he traveled around the world, and then got married, and then got a car. Yeah, Joe's got it pretty good. Okay, awesome. Good. Okay, so now that we've done that exercise, we're going to read about someone else's life. So not in timeline form, but in biography form. So do you guys know who Steve Jobs is?
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Apple,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is read about his life. So where he was born, where he went to school, if he graduated, and then we're going to put his life events in order. So like which happened first? Did he go to university? Did he found the company? Things like that. So I'm going to show you the text we've got here. Okay, so we're going to take turns reading because it's kind of a long story, and I can make it bigger if you need. So here. Okay, so Fabian, could you read the first paragraph?
Okay. Steve Jobs was born in San Francisco, California in 1955. He was born to immigrant parents but was later adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs. The family moved to Mountain View, California when Jobs was only 5 years old. He graduated from high school in 1972 and later enrolled in Reed College in Portland. However, Reed College was very expensive and his parents could not afford tuition.
Tuition.
Steve dropped out of college but continued to audit classes.
Good. Okay, so there's some new words here, right? Do you have any questions? Anything you didn't understand? There's some words like, right, tuition, audit. Do you have any questions?
Tuition.
Tuition? So tuition is what you pay for college. So college tuition is the price of school, right? So classes, materials, tuition.
Is it the amount of money that you pay? The payment?
The amount of money for school. So for example, in the US, right, private colleges have very expensive tuition, right? Every year you have to pay tuition, which is for your classes, for the professors, everything. Any other words that were new or difficult?
Audit classes is like a tutoring?
So to audit classes means to attend them but to not be officially in the class. So audit comes from the word auditory, which means to listen.
Okay.
So to audit something means to go and observe and listen, but not participate in class and not do the assignments. Does that make sense?
Yes, just listening the teacher.
Just listening. So that's why, so he didn't pay tuition because he couldn't. So he just went and audited classes because it was free, right? So in order to participate, you have to pay. So he went and just listened. Okay. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then, Natalie, could you read this much of this paragraph?
Okay. In 1976, formed four viewers with the seat by Wozniak and Ronald Wayne. Wozniak was later kicked out of the company in 1985 after a large
Dispute.
Shortly after leaving Apple, he founded Next Inc., a company whose products would later be used to help form today's Apple computer, the iTunes Store, and mobile me
Services. Good. Good. So do you have any questions about any words in this part?
Kicked out is when you get out the job.
So to be kicked out is when you don't have a choice, right? If someone kicks you out, you're gone, right? So he was kicked out, right? So they said no, and he had to leave. Exactly. Kick out. To kick someone out. What about, do you guys know what dispute means?
Yes, like
Right?
Yeah,
yes.
basically. Yeah, so there's lots of synonyms, right? Like an argument, fight. Dispute specifically means that they didn't reach an agreement.
Yes.
Right? So it was a dispute because it's still not resolved.
They are in disagree.
It's still, yeah, even today, right? So dispute means, so like sometimes if you say, oh, they had an argument, it could mean that they had an argument, but later on they said, oh, okay, and came to an agreement. But dispute means that they never were on the same page. They never agreed. Exactly. Yeah, okay. Any other words in that, the first part of the second paragraph? Anything else?
No.
No. Natalie, all good? No. Okay, good. Okay, so then Fabian, could you finish reading the rest here?
Okay. In 1986, Jobs bought Pixar and helped produce Toy Story. He returned to Apple in 1996, and they went on to make famous products like the iMac, iPad, and iPhone, which continue to be successful today. In 2003, he was diagnosed with cancer and suffered numerous health problems as a result. He died in 2011 in Palo Alto, California at age 56.
Good. Okay. So what about these ones? Any new words? Any questions? No?
No.
No? Okay, cool. So then now we're going to do the second part of the exercise. So now that we've read about his life, we're going to put these events in order. So we've got number 1, he dropped out of college. Number 2, he left Apple after a dispute. Number 3, he was diagnosed with cancer. Number 4, he returned to Apple after having left and founded Next. he moved to Mountain View, California. Number 6, he graduated high school. Number 7, he bought Pixar and helped make Toy Story. And then number 8, he formed Apple Computers with Wozniak and Wayne. So we're going to see which one came first, right? So, Fabian, do you know which one came first out of those 8 events?
I think it's the fifth.
Number 5.
Number 5. He moved to Mountain View.
Okay, so that's number 1. Perfect. And then, Natalie, any idea what number 2 is? What happened next?
One. He dropped out of college.
So he dropped out of college, so that's soon, but is there anything he did before he dropped out of college?
Sorry?
So that's the next one. So that's going to be 3.
I think it's...
Which is number 2?
It's another.
Okay.
So let's hear.
Look for this.
Right at high school.
Oh,
Yes.
exactly, right, yeah. So he moved to Mountain View, and then he graduated, and then he went to Reed College in Portland. Good. So he graduated high school. Okay. So then what's going to be number 4, Fabian? Any ideas?
He formed Apple Computers with Steve Wozniak. Number 8.
Exactly, good. Number 4, because he did that right out of college. That was what he did immediately after. Good. That's number 4. Okay, so then what did he do after he formed Apple? What's going to be number 5? Oh, Natalie? Okay, so I'll ask you, Fabian. What's going to be number 5?
Okay. She's back.
Okay, Natalie, everything okay? Can you see the text?
Okay. Where did you go?
It's fine. So Fabian, could you do number 5? Which one's going to be number 5?
Number 5 could be he left Apple. The 2, number 2.
Yeah, he left Apple after having a dispute. Okay. Okay. Okay, Natalie. Everything okay?
He returned to the port after having left and found the next peak. Yes?
So
Four.
number 4.
No.
Number 4.
No.
So did he do anything before he went back to Apple? So let's see, right? So he left the company after a dispute.
And then
And then he returned to Apple in 1996. So what did he do in between? Is there one
Okay.
that comes before?
He bought Pixar and helped make.
Okay, so number 7. Okay, so that's going to be 6.
but before and okay.
Yes.
Sorry?
And next, this he returned to Apple after having left and found the next ink.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's just one in between. Okay, and then what's the last one?
Okay. He was diagnosed with cancer.
Exactly. Good. Number 8. Perfect. Okay, good job, you guys. Any questions at all? Any words, doubts?
No.
No? Okay, good. Good on that. Okay. So far, so there are lots of examples of the past simple, right? And that's where we saw graduated college, joined, helped, right? He helped create Pixar. So I'm going to pull it back up. So we talked about there's lots of regular verbs, right? So we've got graduated, dropped, right? Kicked, founded, right? Returned. So these are lots of helpful verbs to use in the past simple when we're talking about someone's life, right? Life events, right? Things that happened in the past. Okay? So then we're going to do some more vocabulary. So this is more vocabulary related to life events. So we did all of the family, right? relatives vocabulary. Now we're going to start talking about some words like high school, university, things like that. Big life events, stuff that we would put on a timeline, right? Like travel the world, graduated, things like that. Okay, so Fabian, could you read the first paragraph here?
Okay. My life thus far. Read. My name is Ellen Martin. I was born in Indiana, USA in 1975. My family and I moved to California in 1990. I have two older sisters and one younger brother. I started elementary school when I was 6 years old. Started middle school when I was 10. I went to high school when I was 16 and then graduated when I was 18. Then I moved to Connecticut to go to university. I majored in business and graduated in 4 years.
Okay, perfect. Any questions here? So I've got in blue are the things we're going to focus on, right? So verbs like moved, was born. Any questions?
No.
Do you know what it means to major in something?
Major is like is the topic that you are studying?
Exactly. The subject or the focus of your studies. Good. So how would you explain the difference between elementary school, high school, and college or university?
This is different the education system of USA, yes?
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to talk about it, especially since we're both Spanish speakers. College, right? It's not colegio, so it's different from high school, right? So college and university are essentially the same thing.
Okay.
So how would you explain? So is there elementary school in Colombia? How does it work? What ages and what years?
Primaria is from 5 until 10 or 11 years.
And then secundaria?
La secundaria is from 11 or 12 until 18, maybe.
Okay.
Or 17.
Right. So more or less, if we're talking about the U.S. system, primaria is elementary school, right? And then it should be school, and then secundaria is high school. So we go by grades, right? So we have like first grade until, it depends where, until about 6th grade is elementary school. And then a lot of places have middle school, which can be 7th grade, 8th grade. And then high school is 9th grade to 12th grade. And so you finish, the idea is you finish high school when you're 18.
Yes, in Colombia it's possible you say middle school is básica secundaria.
Ah, okay. So
is from 6th grade until 5th or 8th grade. It's básica secundaria, and then you say secundaria in 9th and 11th.
Okay, so that's until you're 18.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So then, so I wanted to just talk a little bit about the vocabulary for schools. So there's the difference between, so colleges tend to be smaller. You've probably heard community college. Community college is a smaller school and a degree of 2 years, just 2. And then a university tends to be bigger and a 4-year degree.
You finish high school and then you make community college? It's like a...
So you can either you can finish high school and then go to university. You can finish high school and then go to like a liberal arts college, which is 4 years, or you can finish high school and go to a community college, which is 2 years. That makes sense.
And what is the meaning of tend to be smaller?
Oh, tend to be? Tend, tends to be is I don't know how to like it usually is. Like it usually is in general.
Okay.
In general.
Okay.
Yeah, so they in general they tend to be smaller.
Nata, what?
Yeah, I can read and I don't understand.
You can read the chat.
Oh, right. Okay. So, do you understand the difference between a college and a university? What don't you understand?
I just understand that first is elementary school,
Mhm.
then middle school, and finally high school, and then university. Just
Uh-huh.
that.
Good. Yes. So, college is smaller, and community college is 2 years. And other colleges, like Reed College, for example, where Steve Jobs went, is 4 years, but it's a small school. And then university is a big school with like postgraduate programs, but the basic degree is 4 years, an undergraduate. Does that make sense? The difference?
2 years.
Yeah. Okay. And then so there's terms for each year in high school and in college. So you might have heard it in movies, but have you guys ever heard of like a college freshman? Like a freshman. So freshman means your first year. Sophomore. Yeah, sophomore. Sorry?
Primíparo. Freshman.
Okay.
Primíparo.
Is a freshman. Is your first year, and then sophomore.
Colombia is primíparo.
There was some other word. I don't remember what it was. I used to live in Chile, and there was a really funny word for freshman. I forget what it was, but there's always a word for the first years, right, or first years, and then so freshman, sophomore, and then junior is the third year, and then senior is the fourth year. So those are terms everyone says, like, I'm a college junior, it means I'm in my third year. Or if I say, like, my boyfriend's a college senior, it means he's in his fourth year.
When you are in third year in university, you are junior.
Mm-hmm. Yep, a junior. And then a sophomore is the second year.
Sophomore.
And sometimes these terms are used in high school too. Since high school is also 4 years, you can say I'm a high school sophomore, means I'm in 10th grade, right, my second year of high school. So you might hear them around. Okay. So just some extra vocabulary. And then so we're out of time for class today, but thank you both so much for coming. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned some new words. And I hope to see you in another Linguistico class in the future.
Thank you, Michelle. Good class. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Nata. Bye, Michelle.